Yo, what is up guys, Delboy here. So I didn't really plan on making a video about this fight anytime soon, but I saw a story online that piqued my interest. Andy Ruiz Jr.'s trainer, Manny Robles, has revealed his frustrations over a delay in the start of their camp for the rematch with Anthony Joshua. Manny Robles has confirmed that Andy Ruiz Jr. isn't in the best of shape. He said, "We are working on getting back together this week. I was hoping it would be Monday, but it wasn't, so we're definitely working on that right now. We didn't have a training session on Monday, but we're scheduled to start training this week. We have to figure out if I should drive over to Imperial and get things going there, or if he'll come over to Los Angeles. We might start training here in LA and then move our training to either Big Bear or maybe somewhere in Mexico, maybe the Otomi Mountains region outside of Mexico City, or maybe the mountains of Jalisco, but definitely in the mountains at altitude. We'll get things going. We've got more than enough time to get ready for December." Manny Robles later in the interview admitted that Andy Ruiz Jr. was not in great shape, but that he's hitting the gym back home in Imperial. He went on to say that Ruiz is running the treadmill, but obviously we haven't fully begun training camp. Once we do, we have close to 4 months to get ready for the fight. That's enough time to get him in shape. Let's hope we can get him back in the gym real soon and get him going again. Those are the words of Manny Robles, Andy Ruiz Jr.'s trainer. Now listen, Andy Ruiz Jr. has never been a body beautiful heavyweight. He's never been in great shape, and he's never going to be an Adonis. I think we can all understand that, but, going into this rematch with Anthony Joshua, I've questioned the mentality of both fighters. Joshua's mentality in regards to the first fight being a fluke, etc. And Ruiz Jr.'s mindset going into the rematch in terms of the fact that he seems to be treating this scenario like he's won the lottery. He's acting like he's not supposed to be here, like he's surprised. That's what I'm getting at, He won this fight back on June 1st. Great victory, upset victory. First Mexican heavyweight champion of the world. I get it. It's something to celebrate, but, we're getting towards the end of August now. Time to get a move on. Time to move on and push on with your career. In Andy Ruiz Jr.'s position, you have to ask yourself a question. Should this guy really be out of shape? Potentially, this man is 2 fights away from being an undisputed heavyweight champion and the king of his era. Now for me, that should be enough motivation to number one, stay in shape, but, to keep ticking over in the gym and to keep improving. But Ruiz Jr. is coming across as a guy who, like I said earlier in the video, doesn't believe that he should be here and that he lucked out in the first fight. He's acting like a lottery winner right now. He's acting like a one-hit wonder. I expect more ambition and more professionalism from Andy Ruiz Jr. And if I was a fan of his, I wouldn't really be that, convinced right now of his behaviour. Neither one of these guys convinced me going into this rematch. Anthony Joshua is acting like Ruiz Jr. was a lottery winner and that it was lucky and that he'll just squash this guy in the rematch. Well, fair enough, but that mindset to me doesn't really, lend me to believe that this guy will make necessary adjustments to be better in the rematch if he truly believes it was a fluke and a one-off. But Andy Ruiz Jr., he's acting like it was a fluke, a one-off, like he's a lottery winner. So, listen man, going into this rematch, I'm not convinced by either guy, and that makes it that much more interesting. And by the way, when I say I'm not convinced by either guy going into this rematch, I'm not sitting on the fence, I'm just telling it how I see it. I don't really like either guy's attitude going into this rematch, if I'm being completely honest. But, as a fan, it makes it that much more interesting. Was it a fluke in the first fight? Or, is Ruiz Jr. just all wrong for Joshua? Ultimately, time will tell, but I will tell you this now. We are in for a really interesting build-up going into this rematch. I think it's fascinating. I truly believe this fight could go either way. Right now, I've got to say, I do believe it's more of a style issue for Anthony Joshua. I do believe Joshua struggles with shorter guys who advance and throw punches in bunches. Look at, certain segments of the Takam fight, look at the Povetkin fight, look at the Ruiz fight, and go back to the amateurs and look at his fight with Nestor. I do believe Joshua struggles with that style. So regardless, I think Joshua is in for a hard night's work. But the mental aspect of this fight does fascinate me, I've got to say. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this rematch. I've got to be completely honest. I am sucked in. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we get a resolution in regards to the venue, the dates. Ruiz Jr. is playing hardball right now. Maybe that's actually because he's out of shape. Maybe he feels he needs more time, who knows. But a fascinating build-up in front of us, and I cannot wait for this fight. Share your thoughts below. Peace.